Number 1. The 1965 Ford Galaxie 500. Before the Mustang became Ford's biggest icon, there was the Ford Galaxie 500, a full-size cruiser that perfectly captured the spirit of American cars in the mid-1960s. This example is listed at $15,500, finished in a beautiful black exterior with a red interior, a color combination that still looks elegant nearly 60 years later. Personally, I think it's one of the best combinations you can have on a classic Ford. Power comes from Ford's dependable 289 cubic inch V8, paired with an automatic transmission. It isn't the biggest engine Ford offered, but the 289 earned its reputation for smooth performance, reliability, and low maintenance. It's the kind of engine built for comfortable weekend cruising rather than outright speed. What really caught my attention is the ownership history. According to the seller, this Galaxie has been owned by the same person for over 27 years and stored in a heated garage the entire time. That's usually a great sign that the car has been cared for instead of simply sitting outside exposed to the elements. The odometer shows 46,000 miles, and while mileage on a classic should always be verified, the seller says the car runs and drives nicely and remains in good condition for its age. So, is it worth the asking price? In my opinion, yes. For just over $15,000, you're getting a solid V8-powered classic with attractive colors, long-term ownership, and what appears to be careful preservation. As muscle car prices continue to rise, full-size classics like the Galaxie 500 are becoming one of the best values in the collector market. It may never be as famous as a Mustang, but if you're looking for timeless styling, relaxed cruising, and classic Ford charm, this 1965 Galaxie 500 is definitely worth a closer look. Number 2. The 1962 Buick LeSabre. Before the muscle car era truly began, Buick was already building stylish V8 coupes that combined power with comfort. This 1962 Buick LeSabre is a perfect example, offering classic American luxury with the kind of presence that still turns heads today. Located in Kokomo, Indiana, this two-door hardtop is listed for $17,500. Finished in black with a matching black interior, it has the clean, elegant look that made Buick one of General Motors' premium brands during the early 1960s. Under the hood is Buick's legendary 401 cubic inch nailhead V8, better known as the Wildcat 410. The 410 actually refers to its 410 pound-feet of torque, giving this car effortless acceleration and smooth highway cruising. Paired with an automatic transmission, it's built to deliver a relaxed, comfortable driving experience rather than all-out performance. According to the seller, everything works, and the car runs and drives very nicely, making it an ideal weekend cruiser. One of its best features is the pillarless hardtop design, which gives the car an elegant open look when all the windows are rolled down. At $17,500, this LeSabre is also priced well below many classic muscle cars, making it an attractive option for collectors looking for something different. In my opinion, this 1962 Buick LeSabre is one of those overlooked classics that deserves more attention. With its iconic nailhead V8, timeless styling, and honest presentation, it offers a fantastic opportunity to own a piece of American automotive history that's built to be driven and enjoyed. Number 3. The 1962 Ford Falcon. The 1962 Ford Falcon may not have been born as a muscle car, but its lightweight design, simple mechanics, and dependable reputation have made it a favorite among classic car enthusiasts. It's the kind of vintage car that's easy to own, affordable to maintain, and enjoyable to drive. This particular Falcon is located in Manlius, New York, with an asking price of $14,990. Finished in white with a red interior, it's described as a reliable driver that's regularly taken on long trips between White Plains, Syracuse, and even the Hamptons, proving it's more than just a weekend showpiece. Instead of the original powertrain, the car has been fitted with a newer four-cylinder engine, along with Mustang front seats for improved comfort. According to the seller, it's driven regularly throughout 3 seasons of the year but has never been exposed to winter conditions, helping preserve its overall condition. The seller also describes it as a gorgeous daily driver that's dependable enough for extended highway trips while still being fun to take to local car shows. In my opinion, this Falcon is an excellent choice for someone who values reliability over originality. At just under $15,000, It offers classic 1960s styling with practical upgrades, making it an affordable and enjoyable entry into the world of vintage American cars. Number 4. The 1973 Buick LeSabre Custom. What if I told you that for just $12,000, you could own a one-owner, rust-free 1973 Buick LeSabre Custom with a V8 engine and ice-cold air conditioning? That's a pretty attractive deal in today's classic car market. The LeSabre was never built to be a tire-smoking muscle car. Instead, Buick designed it to be a comfortable full-size cruiser, offering smooth V8 power and one of the softest rides of the early 1970s. This example is finished in gold with a brown interior, a combination that perfectly matches the luxury styling of the era. Under the hood is Buick's dependable 350 cubic inch V8, paired with an automatic transmission, making it an ideal car for relaxed weekend drives or local cruise nights. According to the seller, this car has only had one owner, and that's something I always like to see. One-owner classics often receive more consistent care throughout their lives, and that can make a big difference decades later. Even more impressive, the seller says the car has no rust, is super clean inside and out, and runs like new. Those are exactly the qualities most buyers hope to find when shopping for a classic that's over 50 years old. Another nice bonus is the ice-cold air conditioning. Working AC isn't something you can take for granted on a classic, especially one from the early 70s, so it's a feature you'll definitely appreciate on warm summer drives. The odometer currently shows around 60,000 miles, suggesting the car has lived a relatively easy life compared to many classics from the same era. So, is it worth the asking price? Personally, I think it is. For just $12,000, you're getting a one-owner, rust-free Buick with a reliable 350 V8, cold AC, and a seller who says it's ready to drive. It may not be the fastest classic on the road, but if you're looking for an affordable American cruiser with timeless styling and plenty of comfort, the 1973 Buick LeSabre Custom is definitely worth a closer look. Number 5. The 1962 Chevrolet Impala SS. What if I told you that for $58,000, you could own one of Chevrolet's most iconic full-size classics, powered by the legendary 348 cubic inch V8? This 1962 Chevrolet Impala SS captures everything enthusiasts love about the early supersport era. Finished in red with a matching red interior, it has the unmistakable style that helped make the Impala one of America's most celebrated classic cars. Under the hood is the famous 348 V8, paired with an automatic transmission. The seller says the engine has been professionally rebuilt, and even better, the rebuild is backed by documentation. That's always a reassuring detail for anyone considering a collector car. The car also benefits from several practical upgrades, including power steering, power brakes, and front disc brakes, making it more comfortable and confidence-inspiring to drive than many stock examples from the early 1960s. Inside, the seller describes the interior as being in great condition, helping preserve the classic super sport atmosphere while keeping the car enjoyable for weekend cruising and local shows. With only 766 miles shown since the rebuild, this Impala appears ready for its next owner to simply get in and enjoy. So, is it worth the asking price? In my opinion, yes. A 1962 Impala SS with a documented rebuilt 348 V8, desirable factory-style features, and tasteful drivability upgrades is exactly the kind of classic that continues to attract collectors. Because some cars aren't remembered for being the fastest. They're remembered because they defined an era, and the 1962 Impala SS did exactly that. Number 6. The 1971 Pontiac Grand Prix. When people think of Pontiac's golden era, the GTO usually gets all the attention. But the 1971 Grand Prix offered something different, a combination of muscle car performance and personal luxury that made it one of Pontiac's most distinctive models. This example is listed at $23,500, finished in a classy beige exterior with a matching beige interior. It may not be the loudest color on the road, but it perfectly suits the Grand Prix's upscale personality. Under the hood is a rebuilt 400 cubic inch V8, paired with the legendary turbo 400 automatic transmission. The seller also added a Holley 4-barrel carburetor, Pertronix ignition with an MSD coil, long tube headers, and a brand new 2.5-inch stainless exhaust with Flowmaster 40 mufflers. Personally, I think that combination gives the car the deep V8 sound every classic Pontiac deserves. The upgrades don't stop there. It also features a new aluminum radiator, alternator, master cylinder, and brand new Cooper Cobra tires mounted on factory chrome wheels. Inside, the interior has been completely redone, while the seller states the floor pans, trunk pan, and frame are all solid and rust-free, something every classic car buyer wants to hear. So, is it worth the asking price? In my opinion, yes. For under $25,000, you're getting a well-maintained Grand Prix with a rebuilt 400 V8, quality performance upgrades, refreshed interior, and a rust-free chassis. Comparable muscle cars from the same era often cost significantly more. The 1971 Pontiac Grand Prix may not receive the same spotlight as the GTO, but that's exactly what makes it such an appealing classic. It's stylish, comfortable, powerful, and still one of the best values in the world of vintage American V8s. Number 7. The 1967 Chevrolet Nova Super Sport. The first-generation Chevrolet Nova has always been known for one thing: lightweight performance. Its simple body, compact size, and V8 potential have made it one of the most respected street machines in the classic car world. This 1967 Chevrolet Nova SS is located in South Lyon, Michigan, with an asking price of $47,000. According to the seller, it's a real 118 code super sport that's been extensively upgraded while remaining a comfortable street car. Under the hood is a freshly built 355 cubic inch small block V8 featuring a 4-bolt main block, scat rotating assembly, World Products cylinder heads, a performance intake, custom-built 750 CFM carburetor, MSD ignition, and a Comp Cam's mother thumper camshaft. Behind it is a new TCI 700 R4 automatic transmission with a 3,000 revolutions per minute stall converter, giving the car strong acceleration while still benefiting from overdrive on the highway. The upgrades don't stop there. The Nova also features a new front suspension, aluminum radiator with dual electric cooling fans, fresh interior, new fuel tank, bumpers, wheels, tires, and significant body restoration, including new quarter panels, front fenders, and a new trunk pan. The seller rates the paint an 8 out of 10, describing it as a very nice driver rather than a show car. Personally, I think that's part of its appeal. It's built to be enjoyed on the road instead of sitting in a garage. In my opinion, this 1967 Chevrolet Nova SS offers an excellent combination of classic muscle car styling, modern drivability, and extensive mechanical upgrades. If the workmanship matches the seller's description, it looks like a well-built street machine that's ready to cruise for years to come. Number 8. The 1972 Chevrolet Chevelle Malibu. The 1972 Chevrolet Chevelle Malibu remains one of the most popular classics of the muscle car era. While it may not wear the SS badge, a well-restored Malibu still delivers the timeless styling and V8 performance that have made Chevelles a favorite for generations. This particular example is located in Redfield, New York, with an asking price of $32,000. Finished in green with a matching green interior, it shows 72,000 miles and comes with a clean title. Under the hood is a freshly built 350 cubic inch V8 paired with a turbo 350 automatic transmission featuring a new stall converter. According to the seller, the car has undergone extensive restoration within the last 3 years, including new front sheet metal, new rear quarter panels, a completely refreshed interior, new brakes, brake lines, fuel lines, and wheels and tires with fewer than 1,000 miles. The seller is upfront about the few remaining issues. The driver's door panel could use replacement, the fuel tank has a small leak around the filler neck, and while the factory radio remains in place, the car currently has no speakers installed. In my opinion, what makes this Chevelle appealing is that it's already been restored with the intention of being driven, not hidden away. With fresh mechanicals, major bodywork already completed, and only a few minor items left to address, this 1972 Malibu looks like a solid classic that's ready to enjoy from day one. Number 9. The 1967 Ford Thunderbird. What if I told you that for just $8,500, you could own a classic 1967 Ford Thunderbird powered by Ford's legendary 390 FE big block V8? That's serious classic car value. Finished in white with a blue interior, this Thunderbird is built for comfortable cruising rather than outright speed. Under the hood is the 390 FE V8, upgraded with a 650 CFM Holley carburetor and Flowmaster exhaust, giving it a little more personality without being overly loud. According to the seller, this isn't a garage queen. It's a car they regularly drive, even completing a 2-hour road trip without any issues. They also mention it rides smoothly on the highway with no shakes or vibrations, exactly what you'd hope for from a full-size personal luxury car. The seller is also refreshingly honest about the condition. Some body rust has been professionally cut out and repaired, followed by fresh white paint. It's not a show-quality restoration, but it's presentable and ready to enjoy. Mechanically, the Thunderbird has received fresh engine, transmission, differential, brake, and coolant fluids, along with newer tires. Even better, the seller says the frame and underbody are in excellent shape, with only normal surface rust underneath. The only issue mentioned is the vacuum-operated hideaway headlights, which currently don't open automatically. However, they can still be operated manually, and the seller believes the problem could be as simple as a faulty vacuum solenoid. So, is it worth the asking price? Personally, I think it's hard to argue with $8,500. You're getting a running and driving big block Thunderbird with a solid underbody, recent maintenance, and enough honesty from the seller to know exactly what you're buying. If you're looking for an affordable classic that's comfortable, stylish, and ready to cruise home today, this 1967 Ford Thunderbird is definitely worth a closer look. Number 10. The 1973 Cadillac Coupe DeVille. What if I told you that for just $13,250, you could own a full-size Cadillac powered by a massive 472 cubic inch V8? This 1973 Cadillac Coupe DeVille is the definition of a classic American luxury cruiser. Finished in black with a green interior, it combines unmistakable 1970s styling with the comfort Cadillac was famous for. Under the hood is the factory 472 V8, paired with a legendary turbo 400 automatic transmission, a combination known for smooth performance, effortless torque, and long-term reliability. The seller says the car has just under 80,000 miles and has received an impressive list of recent maintenance. The front suspension has been extensively refreshed with new ball joints, control arm bushings, sway bar links, shocks, and a replacement spindle, followed by a professional alignment. It has also received a new alternator, fresh fluids, and routine servicing. This DeVille isn't completely stock, either. It now wears fresh satin black paint, a hammered-style roof, custom chrome lake pipes, and a Flowmaster 40 muffler that gives the big Cadillac a deeper, more aggressive sound. Modern USB charging ports have also been added without taking away from the car's vintage personality. Luxury features include power steering, power brakes, power windows, power seats, and tilt steering, making it every bit the comfortable highway cruiser Cadillac intended it to be. So, is it worth the asking price? In my opinion, absolutely. For just over $13,000, you're getting a running and driving Cadillac with one of GM's greatest big block engines, plenty of recent mechanical work, and all the comfort features that made these cars legendary. Because sometimes, the best classic isn't the fastest one on the road. It's the one that lets you cruise in comfort while turning heads everywhere you go. Number 11. The 1966 Ford Mustang. Not every classic Mustang needs a V8 to turn heads. Sometimes, great styling and timeless design are more than enough, and that's exactly what this 1966 Ford Mustang proves. Listed at $17,000, this Mustang stands out with its silver paint and black racing stripes, giving it a sporty appearance while maintaining the clean lines that made the first-generation Mustang an instant success. Add the wire wheels and white wall tires, and the result is a unique blend of performance-inspired style and vintage elegance. Under the hood is Ford's 200 cubic inch inline-six, producing around 120 horsepower. While it won't deliver the tire-smoking performance of a 289 V8, the six-cylinder engine has long been known for reliability, simplicity, and lower operating costs. For many classic car enthusiasts, that's actually part of the appeal. According to the seller, the car is exceptionally clean and well kept, with a title in hand and ready for its next owner. From what's described, this appears to be the type of Mustang that's meant to be enjoyed on weekend cruises, local car shows, and sunny afternoon drives rather than stored away in a garage. So, Is it worth the asking price? In my opinion, yes. Finding a clean, presentable first-generation Mustang under $20,000 is becoming increasingly difficult. While V8-powered cars command much higher prices, an attractive six-cylinder Mustang like this offers the same iconic styling at a far more accessible entry point. The 1966 Ford Mustang remains one of the most recognizable American classics ever built. And for someone looking to own a piece of automotive history without breaking the bank, this silver Mustang could be a very appealing opportunity. Number 12. The 1963 Oldsmobile Starfire. While many collectors focus on Mustangs and Chevelles, cars like the 1963 Oldsmobile Starfire remain one of the hidden gems of the early 1960s. Blending full-size luxury with serious V8 performance, the Starfire was Oldsmobile's premium personal coupe and one of the most advanced American cars of its time. This example is located in Wilmington, Ohio, with an asking price of $18,995. Finished in black with a matching black interior, it has the elegant, understated look that made the Starfire stand out when it was new. Power comes from Oldsmobile's legendary 394 cubic inch V8, paired with a 3-speed automatic transmission. The car is also equipped with power steering, power drum brakes, factory bucket seats with a center console, and even a factory tachometer, a rare performance feature for a luxury coupe in 1963. According to the seller, this Starfire is a solid driver that's ready to enjoy. At just under $19,000, it offers a lot of classic American style and V8 performance for the money. In my opinion, the 1963 Oldsmobile Starfire is one of the most underrated full-size classics of its era. With its powerful 394 V8, factory performance options, and timeless styling, it's an excellent choice for enthusiasts looking to own something different from the usual muscle car crowd. Number 13. The 1968 Ford Fairlane. The 1968 Ford Fairlane has long been appreciated for its clean styling, dependable V8 power, and comfortable cruising manners. While it often lives in the shadow of the Mustang and Torino, the Fairlane offers many of the same classic Ford qualities at a much more approachable price. This particular 1968 Ford Fairlane convertible is located in Doylestown, Pennsylvania, with an asking price of $15,000. Finished in blue with a matching blue interior, it's powered by a 302 cubic inch V8 backed by an automatic transmission. According to the seller, the car has recently undergone a restoration, with most major components replaced. One of the highlights is the brand-new power convertible top, making it an ideal classic for top-down weekend drives. The seller describes the Fairlane as a turnkey car that starts, runs, and drives great, emphasizing that it's ready to enjoy immediately rather than needing additional work. In my opinion, this Fairlane represents excellent value in today's classic car market. At just $15,000, it offers V8 power, a fresh restoration, and convertible fun for less than many comparable classics, making it a great choice for someone looking for an affordable and enjoyable American cruiser. Number 14. The 1973 Plymouth Scamp. What if I told you that for $27,500, you could own a lightweight Mopar making 488 horsepower and 552 pound-feet of torque? That's exactly what this 1973 Plymouth Scamp brings to the table. Finished in gold with its original gold interior and vinyl top, this Scamp keeps its classic appearance while hiding a seriously upgraded drivetrain underneath. The original 318 has been professionally transformed into a 390-stroker V8, featuring Edelbrock aluminum heads, an Edelbrock Performer intake, a Holley 750 carburetor, forged Icon pistons, Doug's headers, and MSD ignition. According to the seller, the engine and transmission have only 3,000 miles since the build was completed in October 2023. Performance wasn't the only priority. The suspension has been completely refreshed with QA1 components up front, new rear leaf springs, new brakes, new fuel lines, and a new aluminum radiator. It also rides on new Mopar rally wheels wrapped in Cooper Cobra tires, giving it the perfect muscle car stance. One detail I really like is the documentation. The seller says they have photos from day one of the build, along with dyno sheets confirming 488 horsepower and 552 pound-feet of torque. That's the kind of paperwork buyers love to see because it backs up the car's story. So, is it worth the asking price? Personally, I think it offers a lot of performance for the money. You're getting a freshly built Mopar with documented upgrades, modern suspension, nearly 500 horsepower, and classic 1970s styling, all for less than many factory muscle cars in similar condition. If you're looking for a classic that's just as exciting to drive as it is to look at, this 1973 Plymouth Scamp is definitely worth a serious look. Number 15. The 1976 Oldsmobile Cutlass Supreme. What if I told you that for just $13,000, you could own one of the cleanest mid-1970s American coupes on the market? This 1976 Oldsmobile Cutlass Supreme is the kind of classic that's becoming harder to find, clean, straight, and ready to enjoy. Finished in gold with a matching gold interior, it perfectly captures the luxury and style that made the Cutlass one of America's best-selling cars during the 1970s. According to the seller, the car has 86,000 miles, has been undercoat, and shows no visible rust. That's a huge advantage, especially for a car that's nearly 50 years old, since rust is often the biggest concern with classics from this era. The body is described as straight, the interior is clean, and the car has received plenty of newer parts over the years. It also features headers, giving it a much deeper exhaust note, and the seller says it sounds amazing while driving with no known mechanical issues. There are a few additional upgrades as well, including a modern stereo system with a subwoofer and amplifier. The previous owner also mentioned the engine may have received a cam upgrade along with different rear gears, although the current seller can't confirm those modifications. One thing I appreciate is that the seller has kept the car stored indoors, helping preserve its condition and keeping it protected from the elements. So, is it worth the asking price? In my opinion, yes. For $13,000, you're getting a rust-free, well-maintained Cutlass Supreme that's already sorted out mechanically and ready to cruise. It may not be the most powerful muscle car of the 1970s, but it's a clean, honest classic that's built to be enjoyed, and that's becoming more valuable every year.